Just a quick note before we get started this week. We had a lot of technical issues with this episode. We had everything from power outages to recording on a new software just for this 1 week. So we had some slight drop in audio quality when we speak at the same time. So just wanted to give you a heads up before we jumped in. But we have a great episode. We had a lot of fun with Renee Colvert from Can I Pet Your Dog? She was so great and so willing to go down the weird rabbit hole with us. So thanks for everything and enjoy the show. This episode of Is This Adulting is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. If you'd like to support the show, click on the Support the Show tab on our website, isthisadultingpod.com, or visit our Patreon at patreon.com/isthisadulting. Thanks.
Hey everybody, it's your best friend Amanda from New Bern, Tennessee, and you're listening to Is This Adulting?
Hey everybody, and welcome to Is This Adulting, a weekly conversation between two best friends navigating adulthood and our struggles with mental health as overgrown man-children. For the second time this evening, I'm best friend number one, Stephen Pappas.
I was trying to think of like a cool, what am I trying to say? Like a cool, deja vu thing, but
this is great audio.
I'm best friend, and I'm the second, and I'm Christopher. How about that?
That was beautiful. That was a gorgeous, gorgeous thing that you just did. So here's what happened.
Really
What had happened was, what happened is we had a guest this week, the lovely Renee Colvert from Can I Pet Your Dog? And we still do. We still do later on in the show. She's going to come in for the game. We recorded a wonderful hour with her that was hilarious and wonderful. And then the power went out in her neighborhood. And we lost the entire hour of recording. So this whole intro part that's all fun with housekeeping and the ads and our mental health check-ins, we lost all of that and the first topic. So this is our second time back through that. And we want to make sure that we still give you the mental health check and everything that we do every week. But we lost all that fun stuff. So don't worry, Renee is coming. Renee will be there in the second segment, the game, and then the final topic.
She's here for the majority of the episode. Don't you worry.
Yeah, exactly. She will be here. So it's a lot of fun. It just may be a shorter episode this week because the power gods decided to look down on us with anger and just make everything go wrong.
Pikachu. Sorry.
just an angry Pikachu.
Pika.
Is this, oh God, this is the second week in a row that you've made some sort of dirty, weird Pokemon sounds, and I don't like it.
Well, I mean, if there's anything that people know about me, it's my spot-on impersonation of different Pokemon.
Yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful Pikachu you had going there, bud.
It was an older version of Pikachu. He's in his mid-40s now. He's been
a very gravelly Pikachu. That's Detective Pikachu. That's the new voice.
Pikachu.
I would love if that was the voice of Detective Pikachu, but it's not.
I know, too bad.
I know, it breaks my heart. Anyway, we're going to jump in with some quick housekeeping, and then we're going to do the mental health checks, and then we'll drop you right in where we picked up with the recording. So we want to say a special thanks to what I believe is Anya, our listener. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. I hope. Anya sent us some candy from across the pond.
Thank you so much for those wonderful gifts. I'm excited to taste them. I meant that more genuinely than less creepy as it sounded, but
I know.
But I'm excited for what different candies this part of the world has to offer.
Yeah, we are going to do a tasting video of that on our Facebook group. So yeah, check it out. Sorry, my brain is really, really fucking fried, dude.
I mean, this is the second time we've done it, so
it is. You know, you give it your all, you give it 100%, and then Pikachu God looks down on you and says, Pika no.
Pika no.
Pika no electricity for you. And then we're all really, really sad. So back to the housekeeping, which is everyone's favorite thing. Real quick, a lot of Patreon news going on. This thing happened. I made this little jokey pledge on the beginning of the last episode saying, hey, if we get a certain number of Patreon supporters by the end of April, I will get an Is This Adulting tattoo. And people saw that and ran with it. And so Amanda Jacobson, the lovely Amanda Jacobson from Wine and Crime, said, fine, here's the deal. If you get double what you asked for, you have to get a Wine and Crime tattoo with me in Nashville, matching tattoos, and the Is This Adulting tattoo. And so me and my constant genius said, okay, yeah, let's do that. And we're getting there, y'all. And so you can donate at any level. If you want to see this happen on the Patreon, you can donate at the $1 level even. It's $5 or more. You get a shout out on the show, and you get all the exclusive content and RSS feed that goes directly into your iTunes, and you can just listen through there. You get new ones every time we release an episode. And
$700 or more, and he will put your name on his body.
Yes, $700 a month or more for at least a year, and I will tattoo your name on my body.
It'll be right on the butt crack. It'll be good.
I didn't sign on for that. I want it to be tasteful.
Too late.
Too late. No, you said that. I didn't say shit. Anyway,
we'll fix that in post.
We do want to give a quick shout out to the folks who gave it the level to get their shout out on here. So we want to say a big thanks this week to Natalie S, the lovely Sarah Stapleton, who you may know her role as Karen on the Karen and Ellen letters, and also from that one Macklemore video. I'm not joking. Yes. She is in it.
Yes, she was. It's amazing.
Candace E, Melissa M upgraded her pledge. Thank you so much for that. Katie C as well upgraded her pledge.
Yeah.
Lucy, our old guest and friend Lucy Fitzgerald from the Wine and Crime podcast.
Lucy!
She joined as a Patreon supporter, and she will also be live streaming the tattoo process from CrimeCon at the beginning of May. Katie B upgraded her pledge. Jen H, Sarah B, Rhett Hall from the Brain Trust Bros podcast. Thank you so much, Rhett. Elizabeth D, and Kira R. So thank y'all so much for that. And thank you to everyone else who gave at the lower level. Y'all are all awesome too.
Yes.
And we will see where we go. Y'all, if you want to see this happen, let's do it.
Let's have his whole body covered in ink. Just for you and for me.
Just for you. I will do anything for you, folks. Anything for you.
Okay.
Anyway. Well, I want everyone to know my love, Chris. That's all I want.
We'll fix that in post. Yep.
Okay.
We got that? All right, good. That's my new joke. I've just decided.
Fixing it in post, that's everything now?
Mm-hmm. Especially since you edit.
Yeah, I do edit, so thank you for making me fix it in post. And finally, as always, we want to thank our sponsor, Blueberry, for our segment where one of us pitches the other a new podcast, and that means Chris pitches me one that he's been thinking about. And it's not a new segment anymore. I always say it is, but it's not. So anyway, hey, Chris, what's your idea this week?
Well, I'm sad because Renee won't be here for this, but it's okay because I was inspired by her and her show, Can I Pet Your Dog, to try and come up with something nice. For years, I have been in search of a question, Stephen. It's a question that has haunted so many children born throughout the 80s and 90s. That question is, whatever happened to Clifford the Big Red Dog? Have you ever thought about that?
What did happen to Clifford the Big Red Dog?
Well, Stephen, he was on top of the world until PBS cut him off. Then he had nowhere to turn. Well, except to a life of crime, that is. Stephen, this is an investigative journalistic podcast where I share the true story of what happened to Clifford once the PBS dollars stopped coming in and his thirst for crime began.
Tell me more.
Clifford was just like any other normal dog. Well, except the fact that he had an unnatural red coloring and he was roughly 700 pounds and 20 feet tall.
Sure.
But he wanted a stable home. And he wanted the best kibble that only a large government could buy. And it's just someone to play fetch with. He's a big dog, but he likes to still play fetch. He's a dog after all.
I mean, yeah. He plays fetch with what? Mini Coopers?
There's that type of idea. But the fact is, as we all know, if anyone has ever followed PBS closely, you know that PBS has some of the most heartless groupies of any other following.
Oh, absolutely. Sure.
Yeah. And,
everyone knows that.
They are with you when you are on top, but when you're done, they leave you for scraps. They're on to the next big name on public broadcasting. It's really sad. And this is where it all started for Clifford. He needed some way to make a living, but also to be seen and heard again. And so that is when Clifford became the biggest drug lord North Dakota had ever seen. Unexpected, right? You weren't at all seeing that coming. Well, he could easily jump over any border wall because he's so tall, and of course, Canadians were always so nice and kind. They just loved him, and they would just let him through. I mean, who would expect that Clifford the Big Red Dog is smuggling hundreds of kilos of drugs in every single day? Well,
Where
where?
where is he smuggling the drugs from? Is it in his asshole?
I mean, it'd probably be in his butthole, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe also on his back. He's tall enough, no one would see it. I guess that's true. He's got some big ears. He could just like fold them around, but whatever.
Think how much you could fit in his mouth.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, that's kind of going a different story. But anyway, he was all good doing his life of crime until a cop from North Dakota had a bad feeling about him.
Mm.
He discovered what was actually going on.
Oh no.
This became the biggest drug bust the states had ever seen. This is Clifford's story. It's a podcast that I call The Big House. It's because it's Clifford and it's big, and the Big House is also a name for jail.
It is. That's brilliant. Look at
Thank
you.
you.
It's very cute. And dogs have houses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of you, Chris. But you know that starting a podcast isn't as easy as just recording your show and uploading an MP3, right?
This sounds familiar. It's almost like I've heard this once tonight, but no, I don't think I know that.
Yeah, Chris, you're going to need to get the most out of your show, a lot of stuff. You're
Okay.
going to need to think about fast and reliable hosting. Have you thought about that?
Interesting. No,
That's interesting. Yeah. Have you thought about accurate download stats?
definitely not.
Those are important. And you're going to need help with a website because at the end of the day, you want to focus your time and effort on creating what? More content. So, what type of material should we look out for with the Big House?
How did the loving, caring friend Clifford become a hardened criminal? Well, it doesn't happen overnight. We sit down with a psychologist to understand what went wrong when Clifford became bloodthirsty for sweet, sweet crime.
No.
The first episode is called "Who's a Bad Boy?" You are, Clifford. You are. You're a bad boy.
I'm just gonna say it. We've already done this ad.
Of course we have, but it's still
That
funny.
made me laugh. That made me laugh again, just as much as it did the first time. Just genuinely. I know it's so silly, but I love it so much. Well, Blueberry offers all of your podcasting needs, so you can focus on that. Everything from hosting all the way down to having your own WordPress site.
That sounds exactly what I'm looking for, Steve-O. But gosh darn it, I've already started this thing. It must be too late.
It is.
Oh well, too bad.
End of ad.
Or
Oh no, I'm wrong. It's not the end of the ad. Actually, it's all good. It doesn't matter. So whether you already have the podcast or if you've always wanted to start it, Blueberry can help you, and you get your first month free in the process. Just head over to blueberry.com/BFF and get your first month free now. I don't like your sarcastic applause, sir.
Congratulations. You've solved it all, do you? Just like Detective
You've solved it all, do you?
Shut up. Well, you're wrong because I have one more thing.
What is it?
I've got a bunch of loyal fans. I've got a big old fan base and they're all loyal, and I don't want to lose any of my subscribers. So what do you have to do to solve that problem?
What do you call your subscribers?
The Dirty Dogs.
I did not like my reaction to that.
Yeah, that's a little too interested. Calm down.
Not like that. Yes, I sounded very, very into that. Well, hey, the support team can help you migrate your existing show with their free tools, so you're not going to lose any subscribers.
Well, how about that?
I know, it's exciting.
Ain't that special?
Isn't that special? So, yeah, go ahead and get to work on the Big House or any other podcast today with Blueberry and get your first month free using the promo code BFF. We did it. We did an ad again.
Yeah, 2 in one night.
It helped that they were the same ad.
That shame you had to tell people that.
Is that why our jokes were just kind of rough here, because we used all our A game the first time?
That's usually why. That's definitely the only reason why.
That's why our jokes are rough a lot of times, is because we record every episode 4 times, and by the time you get to us, we've already given all the good stuff to the guests.
We have perfected the craft by that point.
Yeah, we've given all that energy. So anyway, we're going to start this week off just like we do every week with a mental health check-in. So Chris, I already know the answer, but how you been this week?
Well, actually, with this being the second time recording, I'm even more tired and kind of worn out. So, I'll try and keep it somewhat brief because, we're planning on kind of doing this in a later episode sometime soon. But, for anyone new that's listening, you may not really understand what I'm about to say. But for people who've listened in the past, I have often in these mental health check-ins, I've tried to be as vulnerable and honest and genuine as I can. But there have been times where I've also had to kind of be broad and keep things kind of quiet. And there's a lot of reasons why. A lot of it has to do with um, just things from my past that it's just kind of one, not easy to talk about, but two, um, it involves other people, involves previous jobs, involves like legality and things to where I've wanted to give people time for myself to heal, and it always already feel awkward as it is when you only hear one side of a story. But I had a situation that was based off of these things that have been causing me pain over the last couple of years today. And unfortunately, it was a really, really bad conversation. Um, and
Mm,
it caused a lot of hurt. And it's not like, well, because I'm hurt. Now it's like, well, screw them, then I'll talk about it. That's not why I'm doing it. But just more realizing that I may have to take a step away from some things that I wasn't planning on doing. And it's going to be hard. Like I was sharing earlier, I was having a conversation with some people, and I was trying to be open and be real, and I was really upset. So I mean, I was crying, and I was trying to be as honest and explaining why I'd felt hurt and why I felt um, abandoned in many ways. And it was kind of met mostly with just very little empathy, and it sucks, man. I mean, like I'm over here freaking like sitting down in this conversation crying. I got tissues and everything, and I'm not getting comforted. I'm not getting much of a response at all. Um, and it just a lot of it felt kind of cold, or kind of felt like, "I'm sorry you feel that way." And it just sucks, man. I mean, nothing. I mean, it already sucks to have a hard conversation. It sucks to cry in front of people,
mhm.
especially the one that caused a lot of the tears, and to some degree. But to do so and just be met in a way that, and I don't want to assume that that was the way they intended, but it just kind of came off like they didn't care, that they didn't really. I felt like there was a lot of lack of respect for the pain that I gone through,
Right.
and you know, I don't mind people not liking me. Don't get me wrong, I'd prefer if they did, but
Hmm.
I don't care too much about that. What I do care about is when you don't feel respected, it's a different level of just pain, because it taps much deeper into like your scars and your insecurity than someone just not liking you. And so it was a really, really rough day. And really the last whole weekend has been difficult. Um, I've not been sleeping well for the last week or two, and I was getting so much better at that. And um, I mean, I don't want it to sound. I mean, I was goofing around earlier, and later in this episode, I was able to as well. And um, this was definitely an episode more than most where I did not want to record because I had to take the day off, and I just really wanted to kind of get under a big blanket and hide and
Yeah.
cry. And so it's not easy to just like feel like I have to turn it on almost. But at the same time, what I'm grateful for is having an outlet like this to where I can be open and honest, because I know that one, that makes other people feel empowered to know that they can do the same. And two, it's a good way of being able to keep myself accountable, of saying like, look, there's a place for mourning, there's a place for healing. But also you don't have to feel like you're wallowing, because you've got people in your life that want to listen, that care, and want to hear, and like, and that is encouraging for me to be able to share and say when it's not too when it's not going that well. Um, so it has been really, really hard, and it is going to continue to be hard um, for a while. I know again, I'm being kind of broad, but I plan on kind of opening up a little bit more. Uh, and I don't know when that'll be, but in the next couple weeks or so, to kind of share a little bit more about that. And part of my story that I've for many reasons kind of kept quiet. But I want to be honest with people. We've been around for a year now, and I'm at a place where I think that I'm ready to kind of share some of that. So
Sure.
yeah. So it's been hard, but besides that, I'm doing all right. Steven, how have you been?
Steve's been good. Um,
Good. I mean, that's
yeah.
good though.
No, I'm good. I've had a few off days, but for the most part, I'm doing pretty good.
Nice.
My wife and I are kind of starting eating better, which I
Congratulations.
know I said a few weeks ago, but we kind of fell off that wagon, and so we're being a little stricter now and starting to not quite, but sort of almost vegan in some ways, but definitely
Mm.
not in other ways. Still eating chicken like once a week.
Hey, but I mean,
Um,
that's still a big switch. So congratulations.
yeah, it's
That's
like
awesome.
chicken and fish like once a week, maybe twice a week. Just kind of switching away from that. But hey, you never know. I mean, I had a vegan bolognese, essentially a
Mm.
vegan meat sauce, at the place I was volunteering at last week, and I didn't know. I thought it had meat in it
Nice.
until later. I found out it did not, and
That's cool.
so yeah, no, I'm not going full vegan or even full vegetarian, but I'm just trying to make some moves so that my health is a little bit better. We
Yeah.
joked around, which I'm really bummed got cut out. We joked around the first time we recorded about John Stamos, and I know that sounds real weird, and how he gives Greek men like me a bad name because he's so damn beautiful.
He is a
But
beautiful, beautiful
I
man.
know, right? But that Greek heritage, the heart disease and the
John Damos.
Damos, uh, and the I like how I said heart disease, and then you were like John
Oh,
Damos.
sorry. I apologize. I didn't hear that. I was
No,
thinking
no,
about John
no, it's
Stamos.
fine. Yeah, just some of the more stuff like that, or just how sweaty I am as a Greek man. Nobody wants that, and so yeah, it's just been a matter of trying to make some lifestyle changes that also add into my regimen of how to feel better. I'm medicated, I do therapy, and this is not a replacement for that, but it's something that I'm adding into the arsenal.
Mhm.
And I do feel better. So Steven's
Nice,
good.
man.
This
Well,
is kind of
congrats.
polar opposite of how it's been so many weeks in the past.
But it's all right. It's all right. I mean, I'm glad I mean, it's a good reminder when things suck, when you're able to see people that, they've had times where it's sucking too when things are going better. It's just a good reminder that that's kind of how it goes sometimes. It fluctuates and it gives you hope that it's not always going to be like this.
Absolutely. Well, that is it for the mental health checks this week. We would like to remind you, if you have a mental health check in you'd like to share or an idea of how we can encourage you throughout the week, remember, we're just goofs. We're not professionals. No, no, no. If you need help, please seek a mental health professional. But if you just want to share something, please you can email us at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com, or you can join our Facebook group, the Is This Adulting Best Friends. On Facebook, it is a safe space where we just try to create joy and fun, but also just a place where if you need to go and share, you can do that. And they're very accepting and very supportive in there. We are going to take a quick break, but we will be right back with more Is This Adulting?
Well, the Renee.
Yeah, with Renee. Woo!
I feel like for John Stamos, I want to transition to like ba da 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 da, and then it'll be your voice.
And then my voice will come up. Oh,
Hmm.
that's beautiful.
All right,
It's a beautiful
bye.
transition. We're gonna all right. Back to past Steven and past Chris. Bye. Hey everybody, best friend number one, Stephen Pappas here, breaking in with your weekly podcast recommendation. So this week we're recommending We Got This on the Maximum Fun Network with Mark and Hal. Y'all remember Hal Lublin. He was on episode 16, friend of the show. Well, every week Mark Gagliardi and Hal Lublin take the dumb issues in life that people care strongly about and settle the argument once and for all. No topic is too small or insignificant for them to dissect and decide. Whatever minutia you argue with friends and family, don't worry, we got this. So, this show is absolutely hilarious. It's one of the earlier Max Fun shows that I was listening to, probably the first Max Fun show I was listening to that wasn't a McElroy show. So definitely go check these guys out. They are lovely human beings. And right now Max Fun Drive's going on. So if you want to support them, you can go to MaximumFun.com/donate. And I know that they really, really appreciate that. So check them out. Yeah, you can find them in any podcatcher and also at MaximumFun.org. All right, back to the show. All right, hey everyone. So you heard about our little snafu there at the top of the show. Hi. We have a best friend with us here now, and everything is running smoothly as long as the gods of power are on our side. So, as I said, and y'all didn't hear, we are welcomed by, or not welcomed, we're excited to welcome another best friend to the show. You know her from her podcast, Can I Pet Your Dog on the Maximum Fun Network. Renee Colvert is still here. Thank you. Hi, Renee.
Hi, best friends. You guys, I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
It is in no way your fault.
Listeners, and I'm sure you guys have already told them about this, but we recorded for an hour. You both were hilarious and so funny and so good. But it's our first 100-degree day in Los Angeles, so everybody's running their ACs and we lost power. So I am so sorry, but you guys truly are sincere best friends because not one of you screamed at me. So thank you.
No, we do what we can. It's going to be one of those things where you're like, you were so funny. And then for the rest of this show, we're just not going to be.
Understandably.
So
But you will be. You will be.
We'll just, for the first half, we'll just reenact just all the conversations that had, and we'll just take turns playing different roles. And so, hey, since we're doing that, we'll just add other characters that weren't there as well. Morgan Freeman, thank you so much for coming on the show.
God. Is that Lin-Manuel Miranda?
He's here.
Alexander Hamilton himself, ladies and gentlemen.
Cher the icon? What are you doing here?
That's nuts.
Oh my God.
I attempt to do a Cher impersonation, so we'll just keep going.
You should not. So we're going to roll right into the game. But real quick before we do you want to tell everybody where they can find you?
Oh, sure. So I have a podcast called Can I Pet Your Dog? If you were a fan of dogs, I can't. That
my
was
dog's barking
timing.
right now.
That was
He was excited.
Timing. Now, can we go over your dog? I heard his name was Ghost. Is that correct?
Yes.
What kind of dog?
He is a Great Pyr mixed with a lab.
Mm-hmm.
So I can send you pictures later if you'd like. My wife has hundreds.
I demand it. Yes, please.
Okay, cool.
So if you're a fan of dogs, it's a great podcast to listen to. It is real fluffy. We don't get into any heavy topics. So if you just need a place to kind of go veg out, it's a good place to go. If you don't like dogs, probably you can bypass that one. And then we've got a lot of great dogs online. We're on Twitter and Instagram at CIPYD Podcast. If you send us a picture of your dog, we'll retweet it, we'll repost it. And then we've got a good group on Facebook. Put Can I Pet Your Dog into the search. We are a closed group, but we'll add you so long as you're not a bot. And then your Facebook feed just changes into tons and tons of dogs, and it's a lot of fun.
Or a cat.
Yeah.
Just being like, dogs are douches, am I right? Apparently that's the sound of a cat. It's like a 1940s like detective. Hey there. She.
That's how I imagine cats to be honest with you though. So, what did I say? Anyway, we're going to play a game. Chris, what game are we playing?
It's one of my favorite games.
I know it is.
And I saved it just for you, Renee.
All right.
So it's a game that I refer to as Tat. Yeah. This is how it works. I find really, really crazy tattoos that are on people's bodies. And I'm going to give you two ideas. And you have to tell me which one is real and which one came out of my head.
Oh, I love this.
So the way this works, though, it's pretty simple. Because some of them are disgusting. You have to make a buzzer noise to be able to guess. I only select you if you've done your buzzer. And Stephen, would you please reenact for us what the buzzer is?
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, just straight from Jimmy Fallon. So Renee, I need to hear your best. Yeah.
Okay.
You
got
that was a very guttural sound.
I'm interested. It kind of sounded like halfway through that ooh, something else happened.
Yeah.
Sounded like you made an ooh.
Yeah. I got inspired in the middle.
So that's the rules. It's quite simple. I'll give you a category for each round, or the little like name I gave it, and then I'll describe 2 different types of tattoos to you. At the end, you can buzz in using your buzzer. And if you get it, you're correct. And you get a bonus point if you can guess what the location of the tattoo is. So that's how it works.
Oh boy.
Face.
Okay.
Yep. And let's say so Steven gets it, he misses it, then and he misses the location, then you can steal for a point.
Great.
That's
Perfect.
simple.
Okay.
So the first two or the first 2 questions that I have, there was just a lot of really great cat tattoos out there, and so I had to call it the kitty section. What can I say? And so the first one,
Sure you did.
the first one I refer to as Cats the Musical, as in cats playing instruments. Is it
Sure.
a 1980s cat playing tunes with a message of keyboard cat for life on it, or a punk rock cat smashing a guitar onto a stack of books while yelling, "I'm illiterate"?
Yeah.
Okay, Renee, which one is it?
I want the illiterate one to be real. I don't know if it's true or
I'm so
not.
sorry. It's not. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's actually just a 1980s cat that has a message on it that says keyboard cat for life.
Right.
It's kind of direct and to the point. So I'm gonna need you to guess what part of the body it's on, so you can still get a possible point.
Okay. It is on the left calf.
Well, can I tell you something for a second?
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
You kind of took my breath away because that is where it is.
Wait, for real?
What?
The thing was, I cropped this picture because there was a couple of them, and I just took it because I was going to take calf no matter what. But it actually was on the left calf,
No
which is
way.
actually making me a little concerned. But you definitely got a
tattoo.
point.
Sure.
That's it. Yeah, you definitely got a point. But I'm gonna go and send that to y'all on our little message thread, so you can see this 1980s sweater wearing keyboard cat, and it is sexy. I don't know
Whoa.
how else to describe it. I mean, it is a keyboard cat for life with the letter 4 on it.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to see these, we're gonna put them on our blog so people can be a part of this. I will tell you a little bit more about it later, but it's just in our show notes on our website. So please go and check that out. Is adultingpod.com. But
I don't like his eyes.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's parts of it that are very realistic and other parts that aren't. And I mean, he looks like he's playing that song just for me. And
For all my
I love
nerds out there, he's staring directly into the camera, or straight out from the tattoo.
Yeah.
And I will say, if you were an anime nerd growing up, he definitely has the Majin Buu M on his forehead. It's very disturbing. I do not like it.
Yeah, and he's got a weird grin on his face, just like, what song is he playing? Is it dirty? That's how it kind of looks right now. He's just like, I'm in a sexy piano bar. But he's a keyboard cat for life. So
and he dresses up. He's got a blue shirt on there for you, but it's not sized. It's a little oversized for him. So maybe he had to borrow Dad's clothes to go to work today.
Oh, the dad cat. Oh, that's a sweet thing to think about. Well, next one. This is a little less family friendly, and I call this one Cat Scratch Fever. Is it a tasteful lingerie shot of a cat seducing the crowd on a piano, or a direct cat that wants to show the world its most intimate parts?
Oh boy.
Ew.
Steven?
It's the intimate parts, isn't it?
Maybe. All right. So before I show you, you have to tell me to take the lead with a point. Do you know where it is on the body?
Chris, is the tattoo on the stomach and the belly button is the asshole?
That's fun. It should be.
You're right.
Oh,
that's exactly where it is. Get ready for it. Yeah. So everyone, just so you know, you're about to see a belly button cat hole. And it is a.
Ooh.
Yeah, boy.
About this one that is particularly disgusting. This person, I don't want to make assumptions if they're pregnant or something, but the belly button is very large, larger than any other belly button I've ever seen, which in turn makes the cat's how do I say it nicely? Poopy hole, just as large, if not larger. So it's a pretty horrifying thing.
Oh God, I zoomed in. Oh God,
you should not have done that.
Yeah.
Yep, you should not have done that. Well, unfortunately, You're in the lead. I wish you could have gone a lead on a less disgusting one, but that's okay.
No,
That
I
was
would
the
not
most
have it any
disgusting
other way.
of all of them, so you don't have to worry
No,
about that.
which do you guys
Well,
think
not
came first, the ugly belly button or the cat tattoo? And did it just fortunately turn into an ugly butthole?
I'm thinking the ugly belly button was there,
it
or
had
maybe
to
it was
be.
just the belly button.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they got the cat tattoo as a funny joke, but then the belly button started to just
Oh
become something else.
man.
Right.
So now
Oh,
it legitimately
way,
looks
I
like
like
a
it.
cat thing.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, if anyone's in the mood to see that, you can look at our show notes.
It's my new screensaver.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because I apparently have screensavers because it's 1993.
All right, let's get out of this cat hole and let's go somewhere else a little bit different. And I call this title "Unbearable." It's bear.
Fun.
It's
Oh,
bear
God.
tattoos.
Great.
It's
Sure
that's
it
what it is. So
Now, when you
is
say
it-
bear, you do mean the animal.
yeah, what else would I be referring to
Well,
on an animal themed
that's
episode of
fair.
tattoo?
Okay, never mind. I was
As
just
in
making
Bear
sure.
Grylls?
No, not Bear Grylls. There is a subset of the LGBTQ culture in which
yeah.
there are large
No,
men
well, I'm not
who are very hairy, such as myself.
I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I don't know.
No. This is specifically
thinks
an
I'm a bear.
animal themed one. And so, is it a grizzly bear with the biggest tummy you've ever seen, or a brown bear who looks like they've just witnessed a murder?
Ew.
Renee?
I'm gonna do the one I want it to be. I want the biggest belly I've ever seen.
Unfortunately, it's not.
I know.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
I
sorry.
wanted it to be the murder bear.
I'm so sorry, but hey, there's a way that you can still get a point. It's all right.
Okay.
And that is if you can guess the location that it's on.
Sure, it's on his chest. Of course it is. Where else are you gonna put a terrified bear?
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's not on the chest.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, I kind of wish it was. Steven, location. Do you know where?
Is it on the butt cheek?
Unfortunately, it is not. Y'all, let me explain to you what this is.
Oh, no.
This is not a full bear. This is just the image of the head of a bear that is over the entire back.
Oh,
and
boy.
and the jaw is dropped in a way that is honestly comedic. So get ready for a really, really disgusting look.
Oh god.
Oh, my God.
Oh god. Oh boy.
Oh, no.
My favorite part of this tattoo is that the bear looks like it's just seen itself in the mirror, and that's why it's so shocked by how
Yeah.
crazy. This is one of the biggest back pieces you could possibly have. It covers so much of the human body. And how do you describe it? I don't.
I have a theory on this one. So the bear's head, if you just look at like the silhouette of it, looks like a heart. Do we think it's one of those things where it was a couple's tattoo? They broke up, and she was like, turn it into a bear.
Do we think that this is actually the back and not just the chest where the eyes are the nipples?
But if that was the
close
case,
to
then their nipples are strangely close together.
They're very close together.
Yeah, and then where's that belly button? Is it? Oh,
No,
someone
listen,
agrees.
that is my
Tell me
dog
where that belly
Tugboat.
button
He
is.
wants to know where the belly button is.
Tugboat.
Tugboat is that? Oh my gosh, what an amazing name! Wow. So, unfortunately, neither of you got a point on that, but also, fortunately, neither of you have that on your back, so you can go to sleep with confidence tonight. All right, the next one, the category, I call it "While will never get a rodent for a pet," and it is one of these two. It's Stuart Little eating the family that invited him into their home, or a friendly hamster holding a dismembered finger.
Yeah.
Steven?
I want it. I know you're doing it because you know I want it, but I want it to be Stuart Little. Is it Stuart Little?
No, it's not.
Dang it.
Thank goodness it's not. No, it is just a friendly looking hamster that is holding a very, very scary dismembered finger. So it's all right. You can get the point for this. So Renee, any guesses where that dismembered finger hamster is. Oh, no, sorry. You have to guess, Steven.
You give me the guess, sir.
I'm so sorry. My bad. Steven,
is it on the forearm?
It is. Oh, gosh. Actually, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not sure. So, well, dang it. I can't say that. And then that's obviously going to give her, you know what? I'm going to give it to you because I can't tell if it is on the forearm or if it's on the calf. Either way,
Okay.
I know that sounds like a strange thing, but this is a pretty skinny member, whatever it is. And so it's kind of difficult to tell. But
oh
do you
my
see
God.
what? I'm not quite sure what that is. But it is
That's a calf.
That is a calf. I wasn't quite sure.
I like forearm, and I'll tell you why. Because it's so close to the finger.
Mm-hmm.
And
maybe they lost a finger.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe this person lost a finger. Here's what I love about the cat and this hamster one is people are making the most out of a bad situation. You got a bummer belly button, you put a cat butthole on it. You lose a finger, just have a hamster who took it from you.
I would like to say, for those of you listening, if you do have a bummer belly button, do not put an actual cat butthole on it.
It doesn't look good, I promise you.
And it doesn't solve any of your problems except for now you got to wash real hard.
It accentuates it, actually. It's the opposite of what you're looking for. Here's the thing that I particularly like about this this crazy hamster tattoo. It's one, if you took the dismembered bloody finger away, is that not just the cutest darn hamster you've ever seen? It's just so adorable. And it's got this pretty little blue background. And it's like, oh, it's just fading so nice. And you almost, for a second, don't see it until you realize, oh, no, that's human flesh that it looks like it's about to eat. And that's uncomfortable. And also, that's not how blood drips. But they're really making it
is not
intense. So yeah, but hey, this is okay because this is how I'm going to do it. As I always do, I cheat the system so that it's close till the very end, and so we're going to go in tied for the last.
Oh, great!
Awesome.
And either now we'll just go in tied or just the points are double, whatever. So this is which will I figured this is a good way to transition into our conversation in a second. This title is Why I Used to Be Afraid of Dogs. Is it a portrait of a beautiful model with a mouth and snout of a dog?
Oh,
or
God.
A puppy lifting its leg and peeing on a tombstone that says the phrase, "Your grave"?
Oh, Jesus.
That's why I called it Why I Used to Be Afraid of Dogs.
Ew.
Renee?
Is it the tombstone one?
It is not. No, unfortunately. Okay. It's actually much more horrifying than that.
Okay.
It is a portrait of a beautiful model with a mouth and snout of a dog. Before you see this one might be the most troubling. I'm going to give you a heads up. You have any idea where this is?
Yeah, if it's troubling, let's do a butt cheek.
Well, I can confidently say it's not a butt cheek, but right. I can also say I'm not completely sure what part of the body this is. There's hair, which is saying something, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything because there's a lot of places that have hair, and this is a very weird angle. So, Steven, any guesses?
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here because we're tied, so why not? Throat tattoo.
You know, that now I think about it, that was unfair for me to. No, I'm going to give it to you, Stephen, because you were winning. That's only fair.
Yeah.
But this is not the best way to win. Let me go and give you a heads up because you're going to see this tattoo and it's going to be very.
No.
Oh, boy.
No, dear God, no.
I don't. I mean, would you both like to explain what you're looking at?
I quit podcasting.
Oh, boy. Yeah, it looks like the model from the 80s for hair dye. She's cool and she's hip. And then yeah, the top part of her nose is adorable, but then the bottom part gets vicious.
I mean, that's why I didn't know how else to describe it except for a beautiful model that had their mouth and snout replaced by a dog. And
I do not like it.
I will say the talent on whoever created that is pretty impressive, but it's also horrifying. And so if anyone wants to see that horrifying contraption or any of the other ones, just go and look at our blog on the show notes at isthisadultingpod.com. But let me just give you a warning. These were particularly kind of creepy. And so I apologize for that. But Stephen, congratulations. You did win.
Good job,
Done.
Stephen. And Chris, I think you may have a career as a tattoo idea generator because we believed most of the fake ones.
Thank
Good
you.
work.
You know, I have to be good at something, and apparently it's creating really, really oddly specific and disgusting tattoo ideas. Someone
So if
out
we
there
get
is going to
1,000
get.
new patrons, I
You'll
will
get
get
the
one of
Stuart Little
Chris's
one?
tattoos. I'll get the Stuart Little tattoo. No.
Eating the entire. Too late. You said it. No, we'll figure out. We'll figure out one. I don't know which one it's going to be. I kind of like the idea of the tasteful cat that's seducing the crowd on the piano. So yeah, but okay. With that, I thought that was the perfect way to transition into what our topic is. Don't you agree?
It is a beautiful way to segue into the topic. So
Yeah.
when I emailed Renee and I was like, hey, what do you want to talk about? One of the things that kind of came out of that was this idea of pets and their effect on mental health. And so, yeah, I figured that could be what we talked about. And so we all have pets. Renee, you are no longer a dog wanter.
I am not. I've got a dog of my own. You heard him earlier.
I did. Everyone's dog has made an appearance on this episode except for Chris's dog, Augie.
Which he usually does.
He does usually make an appearance. So I'm very upset that Augie is not present because let's be honest, sometimes I like Augie better than I like Chris. I mean,
there's not many people who don't feel that way. So I understand.
So damn cute.
What kind of dog is Augie?
He is a very interesting mix that I might just have to send you a picture in a second while we're kind of talking about it because he is a combination of Australian Shepherd and Golden Retriever and Collie and like 3 other things.
Oh my God, you both have the best dogs. Those are like the best breeds collectively between the two.
He's a very interesting combination. So yeah, I'll find a picture and send it to you while we're talking.
Thank you.
And there goes Chris. We'll never see him again. He's gone down a deep, deep Augie hole. But I know. I heard it when I said it.
Well, unfortunately, our listeners will have heard the ad by now, but from our conversation that we had a little bit earlier, I don't know if they'll know the Clifford thing that we made a joke about.
That is fair. Yeah, it's not going to be as fun now. There are less butthole jokes. But yeah, so Renee, for you, where do you fall on this? Like, what do you think when you hear dogs' mental health? I know in the mental health check-in that we recorded, you did discuss medication and therapy and things like that. So clearly, you are not a stranger to the mental health discussion. So what has Tugboat been for you?
Yeah, no. So I think it really does vary for each person. But for me, something that is really paramount to my mental health is to being outside and around other people. Sort of the thing that can guarantee for it to spiral is for me to stay at home by myself. So the forced getting out of the house 5 times a day has done wonders. So I think there's that one literal thing of like you have to leave is the best thing in the world. And then oddly, I wasn't prepared for this one because I was just like, oh, the companionship, that'll fix it all. Oddly, for me, the responsibility has helped so much in a weird way, but to feel like I'm part of a team. He gives me snuggles and I give him food, and look at us, we're contributing to each other's lives. Has really helped quite a bit. And I think those are 2 of the things that I wasn't quite prepared for beyond the just like, hey, give me a hug.
Right. That's actually my relationship with most people in my life is I give them snuggles and they give me food. So it's just it's kind of the life that I lead. Anyway, Chris, you have a very interesting tale of animals and anxiety.
Yeah. Well, first I'll start by saying, Renee, I sent you a few pictures.
Oh, here I go.
Okay. Be prepared to
can't wait.
To find out how adorable this beautiful boy is. So as I'm describing him, you can kind of see these pictures. But
Oh my God.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
he's
waiting
so
for it.
cute.
I was waiting for it.
Look at this
Chrissy
buddy.
show
I'm
off.
glad.
Hi,
I'm
Augie.
glad that you feel that way. But
Oh.
yeah. So I think I've shared some of this before in my life, but so I used to be super horrified of animals in general. A
Right.
lot of it has to do with I got attacked by a dog when I was younger, um, and I just never really. Because of that, I think I was just always super timid and super afraid because I didn't really know what was going to happen. I just kind of assumed the worst. Um, and it really wasn't until I was told by many people in my life, you're going to marry someone who loves animals. And I'd say, never in a million years. And then that's what happened. That it started to change my tune. And it's interesting. So I'd gotten a little bit better with dogs. And me and my wife, Kate, we were both having a really difficult time in our, me in school, her at work. Um, and we were just both depressed and we were really, really struggling. And I knew that getting a dog would be something that would be really um, therapeutic for her. And so I had an experience with a therapy dog that really kind of changed my life and realizing just how, I mean, literally how therapeutic an animal can be for you. Um, and I felt like I did a lot of healing just sitting with that therapy dog for like a few hours one day. And just because they had kind of brought them into my school, and I was just so grateful for that. And so we decided that we're going to look at a dog. We ended up getting Augie. And what is interesting is for Kate, that responsibility that you're talking about, Renee, at first was overwhelming.
Sure. Yeah.
And so she didn't know what to. Was very embarrassed though because she was struggling with anxiety in a way that she hadn't before, and she found herself not by no means incapable, but just really struggling to be able to take care of him and not feel guilty. I mean, um, I've heard a lot of people, whether it's um, with animals, with children, and I'm not trying to compare the two by any means, so I hope no one takes it that way, but more of just
Right.
Everyone can have moments where things are stressful, you're tired, and you feel really embarrassed or ashamed to admit that I kind of wish that you weren't here right this second, you know? I mean, it's a shameful thing to feel. And Kate was dealing with that really harshly. And so the first like 2 weeks that we had Augie, I kind of was forced to be the one to take care of him and I've never had to take care of a dog before because I was always afraid. And those 2 weeks were probably some of the most healing 2 weeks of my life because I started bonding with this animal in a way that I didn't realize I could bond with something. And it has become like I have done such a 360 to where I mean, there are so many times where I'll just sometimes not only think about my dog, but just think about animals and just start crying and being like, who have I become? Like I used to be this cruel, mean, uh, just Christmas Grinch, so to speak, when it comes to animals. And it's funny. I was thinking about this, preparing for a conversation. And this weekend I was having some anxiety problems and I was just, having a hard time breathing, and it was just my heart was racing, and I was trying to listen to something. I've I've done things like when sometimes I'm anxious, I'll listen to our friend from Sleep with Me, Drew Ackerman, which is helpful.
Mhm.
And then sometimes I'll listen to like calming music or I'll try and meditate, but none of those things were working then, and I was just really struggling. And my wife could tell that I was struggling. So she went and pulled Augie up on the bed and he just kind of like laid with me. And it was amazing how it felt like he was absorbing my anxiety.
Yeah.
And just like 20 minutes of just kind of laying and knowing truly what does it mean to be unconditionally like loved was
Right.
something that I mean, especially on a day like today where thanks was that Tugboat?
Yeah, that was it.
Thanks,
He was
Tugboat.
supporting it. Yeah.
He was like, hell yeah, we love you. Uh, it's been something that, oh, now he's saying some other
Yeah,
things.
exactly. He's got a few things to say about this. You are
Um,
loved. You were
uh,
very loved.
he's a motivational speaker is what he is.
Yeah.
I mean, he uses his name as a metaphor to tug other people around. But but yeah, it's been incredible to me to realize how animals are able to bring about a vulnerability and comfort and safety with you, um, that very few other people in your life have the ability to, and you don't even have to know that dog that well, to be able to do that.
Right.
Now, if they are your dog, that it's especially the case, or any animal for that matter, except for snakes. I know people use snakes therapy. That's not one for me. I'm getting scared even thinking about it. But yeah, I'm just kind of curious. For you and for either one of you, what is it like in those moments where maybe you're, and I don't know how long you've even had a dog, Renee, but in that moment where maybe the dog is at the groomers or is with someone else and you're away from your dog for a few days or something like that, what type of experience do you usually have?
Yeah, Steven, we haven't let you talk about your pup yet. Do you want to go first?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Chris. I want to talk about my dog.
Listen, I'm in line. I want to go next, but I just want to make sure you get it.
No, it's cool. My dog's the worst. So no, I love him. So for me, I got my dog under very different circumstances. I got my dog because I kept getting jumped in my apartment complex parking lot and just kind of done with that.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
That's insane. I'm so sorry I'm so sorry.
It happened.
Okay. Good.
We've joked about it on the show before. The last guy went from mugger to hugger because I talked to him about how hard life was, and we ended up like hugging and parting ways.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I'm weird.
Great work. You handled that like a movie.
Unfortunately, he never went the juggler though. That would have been preferable.
I was gonna say, here's the thing. I have no money, so it didn't really matter. He was cool with that. Yeah, for me, I got him out of that. And anyone who knows me and people who listen to the show know I sleep on the couch. And that's because of living in that apartment and literally having people beat on my door at 3 or 4 in the morning, just strung out on drugs, just out of their minds. And it was real uncomfortable for me. I slept with 2x4s between my door and the wall, and I just like stayed where I could see the door at all times when I was asleep.
Good God.
And so I got the dog because I wanted some form of like protection, and I'm not a gun person, or really any weapons. So like I went and I got this dog. I was like, he's big enough, sure.
Oh, he's definitely a weapon.
Yeah, he's definitely big enough.
He's a big old boy.
Oh, he's a weapon. Trust me. He bit me the first week we had him, and I mean, I still have a scar on my arm from 3 years ago where his tooth went right down into my arm. But he was uncomfortable. He didn't know us yet. He's a sweetheart now. But people are intimidated by him because he's very large. And so that's why I got him. And it was for peace of mind, for knowing that even when I was at that apartment, like I had something else there that was not responsible for me, but I could rely on. And it kind of did that. We were real close. And then I got married. And now he's not my dog anymore. He is my wife's dog.
Right.
And he loves her so much more than he loves me. And so that's actually kind of weird sometimes, for my mental health. I'm actually just like, sometimes the dog makes me feel not worthy. I'm just like, come on, man. Like, love me too. Like, and he's better, and I've gotten better about the way I engage with him to try to get him to love me more. When I was dealing with a lot of stuff, I had trouble just really getting engaged because I was so depressed and things like that. And so it's been really good for me, though. There are those days, like Chris said, where it kind of melts away when I get a chance to just like lay down. It's like, all right, I'm gonna snuggle this dog, which is literally the size of me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm gonna do this. It's my turn now. I feel like to send pictures to Renee.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be doing that just to distract Renee from what she's supposed to be doing by answering Chris's question.
Yes. So yeah, I think that if they were like, oh, what would you say to somebody who's getting a dog for the first time? And I think it is you expect it to just be a connection immediately. And I agree with you, Chris, that I don't want to like do any sort of like a dog's just like a child, because I wouldn't know the difference. But I think it's a little crazy to think that we know exactly how this should be. And I had the same thing as you're right, where you're just overwhelmed. And a little bit the reason you get a dog, or at least I got one, was also for companionship and to like sort of help being sad already. And then when it doesn't go well, you're like, I can't even do this right. I can't even
exactly
take care of a dog well. But then it starts to work and you start to bond and you start to have that connection. And I think your initial question was, how do you feel being away from him? And it is remarkable. I'm like, I don't like it. I will be at a party and be like, I'd rather be with my dog. I want to go home. I want to go home and hang out with my dog. So it's nice. It took a while to get there. I would say it probably took us he's a border collie pit bull mix. Mm-hmm. So he's a rowdy boy. And I got him at 10 months old. So he was super destructive and just super playful. But we found a way to trust each other now, and it's just a good deal. That's not to say he isn't a pill and doesn't have bad days, but yeah, he's my buddy now, and I rarely find myself in a scenario where I'm like, yeah, this is better without Tugboat.
Well, it's interesting. I was never really a homebody, and not even necessarily. It was more of just I realized I never really had a safe space in my life. And it wasn't until I got Augie that I started seeing my home as a safe space. Because you have to be there more to make sure that someone is letting them out or giving them food or whatever. But as we've joked many times, so my dog has a lot of anxiety. So much so that he's actually on anxiety medication. Which is something I never thought would happen. But when you care for something and you see them shaking uncontrollably and clearly being in like pain and discomfort, you start trying to figure out what you can do to help. And so it is stupid how many things that I have done to try and I feel so bougie sometimes the amount of money I've spent, but being able to, and we rescued him. He had been abandoned. And so we realized that we just hit the mark where he has, so he's 5, and he's been with us for 3 years. And so he's been with us longer than he was apart from us. Right. And it's just, it's a cool thing to be able to bring, someone into your life that can truly care for one another and make both lives better. And like when I go somewhere now, I'm fine for a day maybe because it's nice because you're like, hey, you know what? I don't have to wake up early and take them out or at night. But then you kind of get to the point where the longer you are going, you're kind of, especially if you see a dog, if you're somewhere like when we went to Florida and we saw other dogs, we were at the Podfest, and I'm just sitting there being like, I feel like I'm cheating on my dog, and this isn't, and I'm not getting the love that I need right now. I need something much deeper. And so,
which is weird because I was there and I did cuddle you and you gave me food.
That is true. I tried to make you my dog and it just didn't work.
Right.
No, you didn't. It was very upsetting. But,
yeah.
Well, I know I could sit and talk dogs all day. My wife has a bajillion pictures of our dog on Facebook.
Yeah, we need to talk about that. I was waiting till there was a break. So look at Ghost. You guys have good dogs. You have excellent dogs.
Yeah, they're adorable. Both of them.
Just send hundreds of pictures to Renee now.
Well, and I think maybe also post that for your listeners to help them recover from those tattoo photos that they're going to have to see.
Yeah, they might need that.
Let them see your dogs. That'll fix it.
Yeah, just at the end of the tattoo thread, Chris, we'll put up Ghost and Augie just so that they can breathe a little bit. Maybe we'll low key track down a picture of Tugboat. We won't ask.
Yeah, okay. I was like, I'll just send you one. But yeah, I don't think I have any pictures online that isn't him now. It's all
okay.
All the time.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, that's how most dog owners are. But and I could talk dogs all day. We'll have to do it again in the future. Yes. But I will start winding us down for now because I know Renee has somewhere she needs to run to because of our fiasco.
I know. Okay. I'm so sorry, fellas.
No problem. That happens, and the energy gods have smiled upon us now, which means we haven't lost you yet.
We're good. So far, so good.
Well, then let's wrap it up to make sure that we don't lose anything.
I know. Well, if you'd like to send us a topic for discussion or a mental health check-in, I'll remind you again, we are not professionals, but if you want to send us something or you have anything else on your mind, you can email us at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, and just can I add on that really fast? We put this in our best friends group, but we're really being serious. We want to help. we want to help it not just be our topics, not just our voices. We want other people and their experiences, whether it's serious conversations, whether it's something more goofy that you want to be able to hear or listen to other people talk about. Please send topics in. Please send mental health check-ins. We want this to be a community voice thing instead of it just being two just pretty basic white dudes, your standard manila envelope. And so yeah, that we just want to hear from other people. And if you don't want to reach out to us by email, there's a lot of other ways you can. You can find us on Twitter. It's at @isthis_adulting. You can go to our Facebook page, or even more importantly, if you want to find another online group, very similar to what Renee said with Can I Pet Your Dog, like that group of just, we want to create safe places on the internet where just compassion and joy can be had. In our case, also, if you need to vent or you're struggling or you need someone to tell you things are going to be okay, then please join our best friends group. It's called Is This Adulting Best Friends? If you have any trouble, just go to our website and you can find it there. It's isthisadultingpod.com. And while you're there, check out our show notes. You can see some of the weirdest, disgusting tattoos that have ever been created, as well as a wide variety of the other games that we've played in the past. So you can kind of have some fun and kind of look back at stuff. And while you're on there, you'll be able to learn more about ways that you can join the movement to break the stigma around mental health, which is at the end of the day what we're all trying to do. And so finally, and then I think I'm done talking, is just if you can spread the word by social media or subscribing, giving us a rating, but also giving us a review. Sometimes the ratings by itself aren't enough, but also just to leave a review. Other people can find us that way. And we want more people to feel comfortable and safe and know that they're not the only ones that feel that way out there. And they don't have to feel like they have to keep all of their struggles to themselves.
Absolutely. And hey, before I thank the collection for our theme music, the Borrowers off their album Ars Moriendi just did it. I also want to just say thank you to all of you who have been donating towards this crazy Stephen and Amanda Get Wine and Crime / Is This Adulting tattoos. Y'all are awesome. I think it's gonna happen, which is both exciting and terrifying. So I want to say thank y'all so much. And you've got until the end of the month. So hey, if you want to jump on board and make this happen, let's do it. Steven needs a new tattoo. So
Steven, can we give you the tattoo of the pretty model with the dog face?
No. That will haunt my dreams. You've already given it to me. It will be in my brain forever, and I hate you for it.
If enough people give, maybe.
I know it's my nightmare. But anyway, Renee, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank
you so much for having me. You two are really, you couldn't be better, and you're doing such a good thing, and it was an honor to be on here.
Well, thank you. That's extremely kind of you to say. Do you want to remind everybody where they can find you?
Sure. So the podcast is called Can I Pet Your Dog? And we're on Twitter and Instagram at CIPYD Podcast. Facebook is just Can I Pet Your Dog? And then myself, my name is Renee Colvert. I'm at Renee Colvert on Twitter.
Awesome. You have it so concise.
Sure.
Like, I've been doing it better than we do.
Yeah.
Let us explain it to you. Love us. Awesome. And I will say, just because you didn't mention it, but I will say, Max Fun Drive is going on right now. I think there's this is coming out this Thursday, so I think there's a couple days left. It is, if you listen to any Max Fun shows, any shows on that network, please go give to this. It's the same as kind of like a Patreon. You give a monthly amount and you choose what shows that you listen to, and the funds go to those shows. I am a supporter on Max Fun as of just recently when I decided, hey, we're asking people for support here. And I've gotten so much from the Max Fun shows. Some of them literally saved my life at a very low point. And so the least I can do is give back to those artists and those people and those creators. And so please go check out Max Fun Drive. I believe it's maxfunfund.org/donate. And you can give there. And hey, if you give at the $10 level, guys, there's really cool pins.
You do get a cool pin.
There's really cool pins. So maximumfun.org/donate. Definitely check it out. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that was so nice of you. That was incredible. I think for your listeners, if you have to prioritize, if you only have a little bit to give, let's give to your show. But then if you have excess and you enjoy the podcast, then that would be great. Yes, thank you. That was really cool of you to say anything.
No, absolutely. Y'all are doing great things. As Kevin Smith always jokes around and says, y'all are doing the Lord's work.
Yes.
You're doing awesome things over there, which I appreciate.
And hey, real fast before you forget, Stephen, last thing we'll say is, so it is April, And do you know what is going on in April?
Showers that bring May
Well,
flowers?
besides that, our wonderful, wonderful friends who do the music for the going in and out. It's the collection. They are going to be all over the place throughout the country. They're on tour. Go check them out. We already have had some listeners go and see them. They're in almost every state, so pretty much there's no excuse. But go check them out. They're friends of the show, and they support what we're doing here, and really they're just amazing. So go and check them out there.
Absolutely. Well, that's a lot of things here at the end, but that's going to do it for us here on Is This Adulting This Week. I've been your best friend, Steven.
I've been your best friend, Chris.
And I've been your best friend, Renee.
And remember, kids, be happy, stay healthy, and go hug someone.
Because you never know. They may have just lost their finger to their pet hamster. And they're going to have to figure some stuff out. You keep the pet hamster? I don't know. What can you look in their eyes after that?
Love. They're going to need all the love. They're just going to need somebody to cuddle them and then give them food. So really, they're going to control that whole relationship. So it'll be a beautiful, beautiful thing.
But until next time, bye.
All right, have a good week. Is This Adulting is part of the Orbital Jigsaw Podcast Network. You can find our show, as well as others, at orbitaljigsaw.com. You can also find all of our merch at orbitaljigsaw.com/store. We are almost entirely listener supported, so if you like what you hear, please consider clicking the Support the Show tab on our website, isthisadultingpod.com. We have tons of cool rewards, exclusive content, coloring sheets, Mad Libs, you name it, and much more that you'll receive in return for your support on Patreon. Thanks for all you do, and we'll see you next week.